Good morning everyone, MMDA back on the road. Right now they're on Ilang and they're issuing a ticket to this vehicle here for illegal parking and obstruction. It's only a 2-lane road, so even one side parking can cause a lot of problems. And there are many of these signs all along the road that says no parking along Mabuhay lane. For those that don't know, a Mabuhay lane is an alternative to EDSA, and that's why it's prioritized for clearing. And over here you'll see the sidewalk vendors have already replaced all the tables and chairs that were confiscated last time. It's so early that they haven't even set up business yet. Anyway, you'll see the sidewalk clearing team are now taking away the new tables and chairs. In an ideal world, the barangay would do their part, but apparently it's only MMDA. Anyway, they're here and they'll be able to clear this. What happens by around 6:30 is they put the tables and chairs here, they're serving customers, and then people like this lady and the little boy there, they'll be walking in the road. And of course that's a dangerous situation because it could get hit by passing vehicles. So you see they're just loading it onto the truck. They've pretty much finished. And over here they're issuing a ticket to this motorcycle rider. Unfortunately, a little girl on the back, no helmet, very dangerous. And they just stopped one more motorcycle over here. You see this young boy squeezed between the parents. They both have helmets, but the young child, no helmet. They just stopped this motorcycle rider now, no helmet, plus he's wearing slippers. And over here they're issuing a ticket to this vehicle parked on the corner. The corner is actually painted to remind people you're not allowed to park there. You see this black and yellow stripe here. And further along the road they're issuing a ticket to this vehicle parked on the sidewalk, and the same thing for this one parked on the sidewalk. And one more over here being ticketed. It's a pickup truck, of course completely obstructing the sidewalk, forces pedestrians into the road. And one more pickup truck over here being ticketed, again it's on the sidewalk. Over here you'll see a regular sidewalk until you get to this point where it's been tiled. Now they may have made it look private, but it's still a public sidewalk, so these two vehicles will be issued a ticket for obstructing what should be the sidewalk. And one more motorcycle rider, they've stopped over here, both the driver and the passenger without helmet, but he has a license, so it'll be a ticket, and then they'll be told to push the bike. Over here another SUV being ticketed, parked on the sidewalk. And over here they stopped one more motorcycle rider. You'll see they're just issuing him a ticket now, riding without helmet. And over here issuing a ticket to this jeepney, obviously obstructing the sidewalk. Speaking to this driver now, they've stopped traffic here to manage the flow, and then he's counterflowed to get past everybody. So the enforcer's asking for the license now, he will be ticketing that. And they stopped one more motorcycle rider over here, no helmet. Although look, there's a helmet in the box. I don't know why so many people have helmets but don't use them. And take a look at what the license plate says. And over here they stopped one more motorcycle rider, no helmet. He can't show a license, so they've called in the tow crew and they'll be impounding this bike. The driver's asking if they can let him go with a warning, but there's no way to track warnings. He could have been warned 1,000 times before, and if they let him go and he gets in an accident, it's going to be the enforcers that will be in trouble, because why would you let someone go who can't show you a license? So they are impounding the bike. And one more motorcycle over here, unfortunately lady on the back without a helmet. Driver appears to be cooperating, so just issue a ticket, send them on their way without the lady on the back. And one more motorcycle over here, you'll notice the lady on the back isn't wearing a helmet. And over here the team are issuing tickets to 3 cars parked in the road. And one more on the other side, so you can see how a relatively wide road has become very narrow because of what they consider to be illegal parking on both sides. And one more ticket was issued to the driver. This one, he did come out, so he has the cheaper ticket, but he has to move the vehicle immediately. And over here they're issuing a ticket to this one. It is a red plate vehicle, but that doesn't exempt it from illegal parking. You can see it's fully obstructing the sidewalk, partially obstructing the road. It will be the driver who's responsible for that ticket, not the government unit. And over here this one's also being ticketed. Actually the driver's putting up a little bit of resistance, but they said, look, we've ticketed everyone along this road, including the barangay vehicle, there's no exemptions. And over here a ticket was issued to this motorcycle, also obstructing the sidewalk. So it's not just cars and vans and trucks, but also motorcycles, any vehicle parked on the sidewalk. And over here they're issuing a ticket to this vehicle parked on the sidewalk. It's a little bit ironic because if you look on the back, they've got the PWD sticker, and if you're a PWD, especially if you're in a wheelchair for example, you would know not to obstruct the sidewalk. And over here they're leaving the ticket on the windscreen of this vehicle, unattended illegal parking, obstruction, total 3,000 peso. I've gone up ahead from the team, and this is one of the complaints, is that buses stop to load and unload where they're not meant to, and then traffic backs up behind them. He was actually there for quite a while. And to me, what you need to do is strict enforcement. I don't think there needs to be any new rules at the moment. I think there just needs to be strict enforcement and increase the penalties, because they're public vehicles. They're carrying the public, so they should be held to a higher standard. And I believe, honestly, I believe if enforcers along EDSA toughened up and became more serious in ticketing buses, there'd be a lot less problems with them every day. And over here the team are getting ready to take away this taxi, tow it away. They received a letter saying it's abandoned and it's considered as illegally parked. Although the funny thing is, look behind the taxi, look in front of the taxi. There's a lot of other vehicles here also. This is Scout Lozano. They're just moving it a little bit so they can get access with the tow truck, because with vehicles in front and behind it would be impossible to pick it up. If you look under the vehicle, you'll see there's a lot of leaves. No other leaves in this area. I guess the street sweeper couldn't get to them because they're under the vehicle for so long. And you'll notice the tyres are also flat, so aside from allegedly being illegally parked and abandoned, it would be considered as a stored vehicle. And according to LTO records, this was last registered 2014. And you'll see the street sweeper is actually waiting eagerly over there. And it'll be much better when this is removed because it really stinks. Anyway, they've nearly got that on the back of the flatbed.